Well, well, well. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the virtual Club Passim here. We've been streaming shows night after night here from the Passim Facebook and YouTube pages. We are thrilled that you're all here with us right now. We've got a great show for you. Ellis Paul is going to be up in just a moment. I want to take a couple of minutes to tell you about the venue and what we've got going on these days. We've been closed, obviously, since March 12th. But we've been presenting live streaming shows. Our School of Music has gone online with classes and workshops. We've been doing some of our outreach programming online. Watch for an online version of our summer BCM Fest, our Celtic Festival, on the weekend of the 4th of July. And keep an eye out for the Iguana Music Fund applications opening in September. We've also, over the course of the first couple of months of the shutdown, raised $125,000 for artists through our PASSIM Emergency Artist Relief Fund. And we have put that on hold right now as we raise money for the club for our operations. We are in the middle of our spring fund drive called PASSIM Persists. PASSIM Persists is about making sure the 60-year legacy of this venue continues on forward past this pandemic and into the new normal, whatever that looks be open for a while, but we're going to still present live music to you night after night. We've got our Passim Persists Festival coming up over the last week of June, the last 7 days of June. We're going to have some great in-the-round shows with some of your favorite artists like Eve O'Donovan, Vance Gilbert, Dar Williams, Margaret Glaspie, Aaron McEwen, Peter Mulvey, and many more. Keep an eye out at passim.org/stream for all of the streaming shows. You can find information about that. And if you go to passim.org/support, you'll find information on becoming a member of Passim and helping us out through this time and into the next part of this year and help us really keep the doors open when we're able to open again. A lot of folks are closing down these days, and we don't want to be one of them. So we hope you are there helping support us like you have been for so many years. We have one of our favorite acts, someone who has closed out our year every year for 25 years. And we also get to have him in the summertime. We were supposed to be here in the room together tonight, but we're able to get together online here, and we're thrilled to have him for our pre-Father's Day show. Please welcome Ellis Paul.
Hey everybody. Hey Matt, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm thrilled. There's lights coming out of my head. Look at that.
You're so fancy.
It's almost a religious experience.
What is that? That is. Am I tripping right now?
I bought that for my daughters.
What is
my
in
daughter's
this?
room, actually. It's also my magic room.
So you kicked your daughter out of her room
Pretty
to do
much.
your show.
Yes, she goes back and forth with her mom and I. But this is generally her room and our guest room.
Excellent, excellent. Well, happy almost Father's Day.
Thank you. It is an amazing experience, just loving somebody like that. I've never, it's the coolest thing in the world.
That's great. That's great. Well, we're excited for some music from you. Make sure you visit ellispaul.com. You can sign on to his Patreon there and get information about everything that he's doing. And we'll put donation links up as well, so for how you can make donations to this show. That money will be going to us and to Ellis. Take it away, Ellis Paul.
Thank you, guys, and thanks for joining me here. This is my home club. I played Club Passim the first time in August of 1989, and I was there with John Gorka and Sarah Hickman. I was opening for the opener at Club Passim, and it's like the Taj Mahal of American folk clubs. I know it's small, but when you think of its history, that's where the spires start to grow. This is a song about dreaming no matter how old, young, or old you are. Good to see you guys. Hi, Deb. Hi, Ryan. It's called You'll Never Be This Young Again. wooden mill to knock it, a 6-string guitar, his girlfriend's locket, going my way, my way. Now for a dream he left the mills, he left the bricks, left the mortar. I told him I could take him to the Massachusetts border. He sang like a jukebox on an endless roll of quarters, down the highway on a bright lit sunny day. Oh, you'll never be this young again. The train conductor's calling your ticket. If it ain't now, then when? Oh, the mountain top ain't gonna wait forever. Fill your lungs with oxygen and take your first step. Breathe out, breathe in. You'll never be this young again. All right. That old friend said, Ellis, I've been living in a cubicle, making cold calls, popping pharmaceuticals. Thought my whole life would read more like a musical. So write your own West Side Story. Shake off the shackles, buy a tackle box, a boat, a cabin on Sebago to think, to float. When the typewriter's clacking, the novel gets wrote. I'm telling you now, no risk, no glory. Oh, you'll never be this young again. The train conductor's calling your ticket. If it ain't now, then when? Oh, the mountain top ain't gonna wait forever. Fill your lungs with oxygen and take your first step. Breathe out, breathe in. You'll never be this young again. Oh, yeah, you'll never be this young again. You only get so many heartbeats. You only get so many first kisses, so sweet. Dreams don't come easy, they don't come cheap. Don't let the haters kick them out of you. Out of you. Oh, you'll never be this young again. The train conductor's calling your ticket. If it ain't now, then when? Oh, the mountain top ain't gonna wait forever. Fill your lungs with oxygen and take your first step. Breathe out, breathe in. You'll never be this young again. All right, you'll never be this young again. Oh, you'll never be this young again. All right, that was You'll Never Be This Young Again. Hey, I love you guys. This is the closest we can get to actually being there. And let's admit it, it's a spectacular, magical place with history that goes deeper than any Cambridge common oak tree. God damn it. This song is about dreaming about a house on a bluff overlooking the Pacific Ocean in California. And realizing it just ain't gonna happen. You're never gonna be that wealthy. Even a double wide on a bluff in Big Sur would be a $4 million building. So this song talks about that. It's a bit of a David and Goliath song. The castle you hear is a reference to Hearst Castle that sits there. William Randolph Hearst had the very same dream that I had, but he had the means to buy 30,000 acres and build a multi-billion-dollar castle there for his wife or his mistress or somebody. And then he brought in the zebras. Damn him. But we can dream, right? We can also visit. And then in the process, maybe as you're on that Big Sur highway and you look to your right and there's this woman right next to you, and maybe that's all you need. Just love. And someone next to you, right? And that's enough. The rest of the stuff you can just rent. The fog is up and the moon is rising, laying a blanket of white on the ocean for you. Are you living in the moment now? A two-lane highway in California, beautiful woman beside ya, scolding you. Are you living in the moment now? The world could use a hero, because the lunatics are running the shop. I'll be your one-man army. I've got a stone and a slingshot. We could build a castle or a cabin on this very spot with a view of the ocean and all the money we don't got, that we don't got. Now where do you go when your faith gets weary? To money, to God, or to chaos theory? I'm asking you, are you living in the moment now? We could build a castle or a cabin on this very spot with a view of the ocean and all the money we don't got. The world could use a hero, because the lunatics are running the shop. I'll be your one-man army. I've got a stone and a slingshot. Oh, a slingshot. I like the way you feel beside me. It colors the way I see beauty. We could build a castle or a cabin on this very spot with a view of the ocean and all the money we don't got. The world could use a hero, because the lunatics are running the shop. I'll be your one-man army. I've got a stone and a slingshot. Oh, a slingshot. All right. That, my friends, was Slingshot. I actually wrote that little riff in California. Those little riffs, if you live with me, they would drive you crazy, because once I fall on one, I will play it for 4 hours waiting for the proper idea of the lyric to come. So it's just, you know. And for the first, you know, 100 or 200 times, you can live with it, but then it becomes like just this little mosquito in your ear, you know. So, hey, thank you. Yeah, this is, I finally kind of figured out the sound quality. And again, if you want to get really, really intimate, I can come in like this. And if I'm doing that, I'm also maximizing the halo effect of the drug-induced light show that nobody at PASSIM has done until me. I'm just breaking new ground. This is like a, you know, Grateful Dead show, Pink Floyd show. Anyway, it's wonderful to be here, despite my jokes. And I gotta tell you, I haven't said this before, but performing alone in a room to God knows how many of you there. I see names and I recognize some of the names, so thank you guys for coming. But there's the awkward thing of like filling in negative airspace when there's no applause. And there's a little, it's not Tourette's-like, and I don't want to make fun of people with Tourette's, but there's this urge just to let out whatever's inside, let it out, just because you need to fill in the space. So occasionally, I just say the most ridiculous things. That's going to happen probably tonight. This song is, it was written on Easter. I was trying to write a song for my friend Jamie Kent. He's a Nashville Americana artist. Kind of sounds a little bit like John Prine, but he doesn't really write with that kind of wry sense of humor. And I thought to myself, well, I'm going to write a John Prine song for Jamie Kent. And I came up with this idea. And it was Jesus coming out of the tomb, you know, and looking at the world and saying, fuck it, I'm going back in. Like, I can't fix this mess. You guys deal with it yourselves. That was the whole idea. And then I sent it to him and he laughed and he said, oh man, I love it. Let's get together and write it. And then when I got to Nashville, it took a turn into this, which is not irreverent or sacrilegious, or it just really ended up kind of being sweet. It's called I Ain't No Jesus. I ain't no Jesus, never saved a soul, never walked on water, except ice and snow. There's a rumor in the choir I'm just the luckiest guy they know, but I ain't no Jesus, never saved a soul. I ain't no Buddha, struggle with the wrong from right. I ain't no Prince of Peace, I've hit the floor in a good bar fight. I'll ask forgiveness come Sunday, asking for trouble Saturday night. I ain't no Buddha, I struggle with the wrong from right. No, I can't walk on water, can't part the sea. The only miracle I've seen is you walking down the aisle with me. No, I can't talk to God, I ain't divine. The only miracle I've seen is I can call you mine. I ain't no carpenter, I'm more sailor than saint. I'll put a hammer on a thumbnail, swear so loud they close heaven's gates. But I built you a four-post bed now, darling, don't make me wait. I ain't no carpenter, divine. Only miracle I've seen is I can call you mine. Ain't no savior, ain't got the words. How do you preach to the masses when you can't even talk to the girl? You get a little courage from holy wine, but then your speech gets slurred. I ain't no savior, I ain't got the words. No, I can't walk on water, can't part the sea. Only miracle I've seen is you walking down the aisle to me. No, I can't talk to God, I ain't divine. Only miracle I've seen is I can call you mine. The only miracle that I've seen is I can call you mine. Oh, mine. I can call you mine. Oh, mine. That was How You Know Jesus. I can hear the dull roar of your responses as you clap alone in your house all over the world. I see Stephanie Goots, my dear friend. We got your we got your gift today in the mail. Thank you for that. My breath is gonna smell funny because it was garlic, but we're gonna use them tonight. We're gonna do a little cooking tonight after the show and have a little dinner. Karen Zundel, who is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. Michael Doherty, who's in Los Angeles. Deb McWethy up in New Hampshire. Where are y'all from? Let me know. Jenny, of course, I know you, but I can't remember where you live. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you for that. Yeah, the Ray Ann and Bob Donlin days. Those were amazing, amazing times. The Boston folk circuit in the 90s was just so alive, so much going on. And not only was PASSIM there, but of course, every little town in Massachusetts had some Unitarian Church coffee house where the best of the crowds from the open mics would come out and play, and then the national acts would come in and teach us how to do it properly. And we were just so lucky, so lucky. Providence, Rhode Island, Vitopia, Michigan, Cape Cod. Tim Doherty, Mike's brother, is in Massachusetts. Michael saw me when he was 17. He saw me do my very first professional performance, opening for Jim McGuinn from The Byrds. Jenny is in Columbus, Ohio, Malden, Massachusetts. We've got folks from all over the U.S. here, which is so cool. Thank you guys for support, really. I'm playing for you tonight, Guinness. I'm calling it Guinness because of this. It looks like a Guinness. This is an upside down Guinness. Not long ago, I went to the Guinness factory in Ireland. I lead these vacation trips, and next year there's going to be one in Maine on Monhegan Island in Ireland as well. So when this whole shit storm of a pandemic is over, my dear friends, you can take a vacation with me on Monhegan Island with Seth Clear and Vance Gilbert, the three of us, every night around a table singing songs and people listening in. And then sometime in it's in August. We're going to go to the Guinness factory and get some of this stuff and spend a 10-day journey in Ireland. Hey, I want to sing this song for you before I go on. I had so much fun learning this today. And I've already done it once tonight. I apologize to the folks who heard it at the other place. I'm just going to do a verse and a chorus. But every Friday night online, I have a show called Ellis Paul's Traveling Medicine Show. And there's a theme to it. Next Friday's theme is summer songs. Don't know who the guest person is going to be, but this is one of the songs I'm going to sing. Nobody on the road, nobody on the beach. I feel it in the air. The summer's out of reach. Empty lake, empty streets. The sun goes down low. I'm driving by your house, though I know you're not at home. I can see you, your brown skin shining in the sun. You got your hair combed back and sunglasses on, baby. I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the boys of summer have gone. So every Friday night on Facebook, you can hear these theme shows with cover songs and special guests. Next Friday, 7:30 on my Facebook page, Ellis Paul Music and More. You can hear that one. That's a special song. Really, really. Love it even more, you know. It's that minor thing. It's this repetitive minor thing. As a musician, you love these things. And even though it goes to a major chord next, it stays minor because of that. And then it goes to the A, it's still. But when it breaks out of it, it's so great. I can't see. It's like darkness to light, darkness to light. It's so great. Anyway, it's great to see you guys. You know, 3 months ago, I did my last show in the New York area. I played New York City on one night, and then I think I slipped into Pennsylvania for one show. And this was mid-March. And, you know, I was aware of the virus in January in a way that I knew we were in trouble. I didn't know the extent of the trouble. And I was talking with Laurie, the woman that I live with here in Charlottesville, where I live now. And I told her, I think if this comes our way, we are going to be incredibly shut down because we'd have to be. And lo and behold, you know, for a folk musician who's been on the road for 200 plus nights a year for 30 years straight, to have both my lifestyle and my income just pulled out like a rug from underneath my feet has been incredibly scary because you know, I have 2 kids, I have an ex, and I'm paying for almost everything over there, and I'm paying it for everything here. And my worry was like, how the hell is this gonna be something I can do? And at the same time, I don't want to tap into all of the government programs and all of the musician programs. I want those people who need them to get that money, not me, you know. And I don't want to be that guy, unless I have to be, unless it's an emergency. And to have this circle of wagons be put around me and put around, I mean, the entire folk circuit in Club PASSIM, especially on a night like tonight, you know, it's just been remarkably fulfilling to see people rise to the occasion, you know. So that's just a big thank you is what I'm trying to say. A thank you for being here tonight in support of Club Passim, and a thank you, of course, for me for keeping this thing alive that I'm doing. So I'm gonna just go back and shut off these lights, the bright ones, maybe not the blue ones, but even them, maybe. Wow. Now the other lights are, now that makes those lights look wacky as well, doesn't it? Now they're going wild because they weren't muffled by the bright lights. All right, I'm going to turn those off too. Okay. Now we have the muted elegance of a green room. That's kind of dull, but at least the focus isn't distracting and I'm not fighting lights in the background. I'll show you what I got here in this old closet of mine. You'll like this. First of all, of course, there's the microphone. This is a blue microphone. It's a beautiful mic, works great. And that's you guys. And then there's another mic floating right here. And then my recording studio light, which just makes me feel better about my life. For some reason, that's my favorite little trinket that I own. So I decided, I'd started a Patreon page because I kind of knew that my life was going to be turning into a media company rather than a touring songwriter company. And that's what it's become. I'm no longer a touring songwriter. In fact, I'm going to be doing so few shows in the next 13, 14 months. Not single digits, but probably less than 20 or 30 shows in the year coming up. Because my audience, as some of you know, are over 40, most over 50, and right around 60, 70. And the thought of getting someone sick, I mean, this is one of the shocking things. I cannot believe Donald Trump is doing an event tonight, knowing that potentially people can die as a result of doing it. I can't imagine having that kind of gall, and I don't want that to happen. So most of my shows are going to be just like this, and all of them are going to be archived at Patreon, and including all of my new material. And I've written a couple new songs already, and I've done a couple music videos. They're all over at Patreon. So, and it's only $1 for that stuff. The people that pay more than that get extra perks, but you get the basic content for $1, and it's not a lot. So go on over there and sign up and become a member of that glorious group of people. We have about 800 people so far, and I think it's going to get over 1,000 fairly soon. So consider it. Let's play some more songs here. This guitar is called Maggie. It's straight out of the Martin Guitar Factory. They invited me to come in and pick out a guitar. I'm one of their artists. Look at Matt. You're so on it, brother. Thank you for that. So they asked me to come in and pick out a guitar, and they put out their entire wealth of guitars. Like, I don't know, it must have been like 15 different models of guitar, and I finally picked this one. And then they took all of the other ones away, and they brought in 6 different models of this. And I got to try each one of those, and then I picked the one that sounded the best. It was like a guitar petting zoo. The song's called Drive-In Movie. If I can get it in tune. Take me to a drive-in movie. Put your body right next to me. Whisper promises to me. Roll the windows down. 'Cause when you look at me like that, kiss me, I'll kiss you right back. Break your heart, give it to me. Take me on a drive-in movie. Hey, take me on a long vacation, outbound from an old train station. We'll watch the world go by till we close our eyes in a sleeping car. In a brand new place, you're the only one who knows my face, looking for a little salvation. Take me on a long vacation. Take me, doesn't matter where you go. Take me, I don't even have to know. Take me on a roller coaster. I wanna feel my heart turn over till I'm upside down, can't touch the ground, there's no gravity. I wanna feel my blood rush, just like the first time we touched. Wanna fall over and over and over. Take me on a roller coaster. Take me, doesn't matter where we go. Take me, I don't even have to know. Take me slow. Take me to a drive-in movie. Slide a little closer to me. All right. That was drive-in movie. They're making a comeback, drive-ins are, because, well, lordy, it's the only place you can do anything with a crowd these days. Thank you, by the way. Cheers to you all, and here's to Club Passim, Long May She Reign. From House Stark. Hey, look, I gotta tell you, Lauren and I decided to watch another loop of the entire in every season of Game of Thrones. I think this is the 4th time through, and the beheadings and the rapes are still hard to watch. I gotta say, I thought that it would be. They really feel like overdone now in the context of just knowing what happens and recognizing how unnecessary some of that was. The shock value of the first time, I don't know. Maybe that was the reason why they put him in. But by the 4th or 5th time, it just becomes, do we really need to do that? So I almost wish that you could watch it and have those things edited out. Because they don't have the same value of shock and you know. But boy, is it good! I don't know if you guys are a fan. You did, wow, Sopranos. You know, man, I saw that, and you know, I haven't seen it, so you know, I never watched. I just caught a couple episodes, so let me know what you think as you're diving through it. We're going to watch Snowpiercer tonight because I'm such a fan of the movie. And we'll probably watch an episode of Snowpiercer and an episode of Game of Thrones. But I love Game of Thrones. And I'm right at the sweet spot where all the actors are starting to really blossom within their characters. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Anyway, I'm also online watching other musicians and thank you, John Hansman, for signing up, and Thomas Shanahan for the tip. We appreciate those things. That might not be here. I don't know. It might be at Passim's, but thank you. We'll make sure that Passim shares in whatever I bring in tonight. I love this place. My history there is so deep, and not only on stage, which Matt and I were thinking maybe I've been on stage 300 times at the club over the years. But in the audience, how many shows have I actually sat there and watched Cheryl Wheeler, Sean Colvin, Bill Morrissey, Greg Brown, Cheryl Wheeler. The list just goes on and on and on. Some of the best shows I've ever seen. And it's really where I learned my trade. First time I played there as an opener for a weekend, like a full weekend, I opened for Bob Franke. And over the course of 3 days, we did 6 shows. And when I went in on Friday, I was a nervous, green, really green, up-and-coming singer-songwriter. And when I left, I had 6 shows of watching Bob Franke completely knock people out. And I got a chance to play in front of his crowd 6 times. And I was I certainly wasn't a veteran when I got out of there on that Sunday night after the last show, but I was so much better than when I came in. And then having Bob and Rayanne adopt me and put me through some of their best national acts so I could learn the trade, and put me on some of their biggest shows, their anniversary shows at the Wang Center, and playing with Suzanne Vega and Greg Brown and Bill, and it was just where I got my master's degree in this. And hey, we will try and figure out, hopefully, if Passim can only have 10 people on New Year's, I'm gonna be there. I'm just gonna let you know, whatever it is that Passim is, I'm gonna say yes to those shows, for sure. So yeah, we're definitely doing those shows. Let's see here. I kind of feel like doing this song. I know some of you have heard it. In honor of George Floyd, my dear friend Tom Persado Rao did a song called $20 Bill, and it's a remarkable song. Simple song, and it's gone viral in the last few weeks since the death of George Floyd. Where did she put those? Do you ever live with someone who like reorganizes your life for the better, but it takes you a while to find the new system? That's what's happening with me. All right, we're gonna do this here. In a matter of just a couple of weeks, this song has become a folk standard. It reminds me of a Peter Mulvey song called Take Down This Flag. Also went through this kind of process of being adopted by 1,000 folk singers within a month. And it's called $20 Bill for George Floyd. Some people die for honor. Some people die for love. Some people die while singing to the heavens above. Some people die believing in the cross on Calvary Hill. $20 bill. Some people go out in glory, yeah, with the wind at their back. Some get to tell their own story, write their own epitaph. Sometimes you see it coming, sometimes you don't know until you run out of breath, the knee on your neck for a $20 bill. Oh, brother, I never knew ya, and now I never will. But I'll make this promise to you, I'll remember you still. Take, let this be our communion. It's time to break the bread. Do this in remembrance, just like the good book said. Sometimes the wine is a sacrament, sometimes blood is just spilled, sometimes the law is the devil's last straw, the future unfulfilled for a $20 bill. Yeah, that's $20 bill by a guy named Tom Persistent. And I think Tom's video is probably up around 150,000 in a matter of a couple of weeks. And then, of course, he did a band version of it, and that got up to 50,000. But then, like 250 musicians have covered it in the spanner of a month, each one of them with generally a few thousand hits themselves. So, you know, with not a speck of airplay. Our exposure in a commercial sense, just only in a social media sense, that song has become one of the most important folk songs written in the last decade. And it's a beautiful, beautiful story. If you get a chance to see Tom's original version, it's heartbreaking because Tom is going through chemotherapy right now. And the night that he recorded that video, it was the night that I think he wrote it like the night before, but he was hanging by a thread, and you can tell he was just wiped out by a treatment that he had. And the believability, it was just breathtaking. It's a piece of art, guys. And we're at this incredible time where music is so important to nudging our culture, even if by inches, because things are so bad right now. Those inches matter. So music is an important part of that. And I know that Bob Dylan in the 60s, he wrote Blowin' in the Wind. And enough of that song entered the public consciousness, you know, that I do think it helped to end the Vietnam War 12 years later, however long it was. But even protest songs have to be in tune. So I'm going to grab a tuner. Get this sucker going. This little beast of a guitar is called Kismet. I call it Kismet because it was won at the Woody Guthrie Folk Festival in a raffle. Now, I saw a pickle jar being filled with raffle tickets, and I thought to myself, man, there's 1,000 tickets in there. I want to help out the festival, but I also want to win. How can I win when there's 1,000 tickets and they're all laying on top of each other? And I thought to myself, well, what if I took my tickets? I bought $20 tickets, 20 tickets, and I made little, almost like little scrunched up origamis of them and put them in. And that way, you know, maybe they'd stick out, because I knew some 8-year-old kid was going to stick her hand in the jar and pull out the winning ticket on main stage. So I did that. I bought 20 tickets. I crumpled them up and put them in. And the next day was going to be the day that they did the raffle. And I went and I saw the pickle jar again in passing, and I looked at it and I said, Jesus, I can see every one of my tickets. Amongst all the tickets that were in it, I could see all 20 of my tickets, because they were, you know, they were scrunched up, and I thought to myself, what should buy another 20 tickets and do that. So I did that, and I did my set that evening on the main stage, and right after I played, they brought the kids out with the pickle jar to pull out the name, and sure enough, I got called, and I got to tell you, the crowd was not happy with me. They thought it was, he just came off, what? But it's mine, and I want it fair and square. Loopholes, thank God. I feel a new day coming. Change is on the way. I can feel the wheels of progress humming. I'm just waiting on election day. Now you have tried to keep me quiet. Well, I've got things to say. I got a voice and it won't be silent. You're gonna hear it on election day. I'll be here on election day. You won't keep me away. I'll be walking proud, talking loud on election day. Now you've been working in the shadows, getting rich so quietly, making deals with all your friends. You forgot that you work for me. So just save that campaign promise. You never keep them anyway. You just talk the talk, you don't walk the walk. We're gonna fix it come election day. Well, I'll be here on election day. You won't keep me away. I'll be walking proud, talking loud on election day. Well, now the party's over. Time to polish up that resume. Maybe spend more time with your family, starting on election day. I'll be here on election day. You won't keep me away. I'll be walking proud, talking loud on election day. Isn't it amazing that we live in a world where we can do this, where we can gather around with friends? All these people that I know and love are here. People that I don't know at all, but Aloysius. Francis Janus II, you are the second Aloysius that I've seen brush through my life, walk through the doors. I went to Boston College, and then my religion teacher at Boston College was a beautiful African man. His name was Aloysius Lugera, and he had a Kenyan accent, and he always wore a 3-piece suit to class. could be 85, 90 degrees inside the room. And he would be dabbing his forehead and foaming at the corners of his mouth during the lecture. And but he was totally brilliant and charming guy. I'll never forget Aloysius. Now that's a good name to name your kid. I don't know what the meaning of Aloysius is. What is the meaning of Aloysius there, my friend? Let me know. And guys, I want to say I love you. I'm going to do one more song. I want to thank all my friends who came over from the Patreon site and the Facebook page tonight to share in this. Thank you for giving your funds to this important organization. It means the world to me that you would support it. And I know you've already given me a lot in the last 3 months. So I just want to say thank you and give what you can, and even if it's just $1 or $2. But we appreciate it here. And let me see. Let's end with a song that we all know. I think I'd like to do this one just because it's a big one. As I said, that guitar, of course, this one is called Kismet because it was won in a raffle. The red guitar back here I call Lucy after Lucille Ball. It was made for me by a guy in Albany, a great luthier. He put my name on the headstock, my signature there. I love that. And it's a gorgeous guitar. It's strung as a high-strung guitar. And then Guinness, and then this one I call Magdalene. I've known Matt Smith since we were both kids. And his commitment to this organization is just amazing. We're so lucky to have him. Thank you, Matt, for all you do for the venue. My name is Robert Wilson. I'm from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I've been living out of a suitcase now for 14 days. I walked the boulevard in Hollywood, caught a Vegas show that was no good. Met a dancer there who starred in a Broadway play. But it's a lonely world from this Greyhound. Oh, believe me, I've been here 14 days, 3,000 miles. Oh, I've come a long way, 3,000 miles. I'm 21, that's as good a guess as any age that I confess to. Let's just say I'm old enough to get away. Back in school I found the only written truth on bathroom stalls and telephones. Studied a while, but college got in my way. Now I learned much more from the back of this Greyhound. Believe me, I've been here 14 days, 3,000 miles. Oh, I've come a long way, 3,000 miles. Have you seen? Oh, the world outside, it's turning. It's yours. both like match heads whenever they ventured too close to her fuse. And I sat with a girl from Boston playing cards for cigarettes. I lost her name with the poker game, and her face I will never forget. You never forget the view out these windows. Believe me, I've been here 14 days, 3,000 miles. Oh, I've come a long way, 3,000 miles. Well, guys, that was about as close as we're going to get to having the night that we had planned in Cambridge, Massachusetts. I would have been on stage there at PASSIM tonight, not in a rolling chair that won't move because it's caught on the plastic shit that I got on the carpet, but whatever. I'd be standing up. It would be a different show entirely, and it would feel really great. But I got to tell you, I want to thank you and thank Matt. There you are, brother.
How are you, Paul? Hey, so if this were a real PASSIM show, you would have gone off stage now and
Yes.
come back for an encore.
Yeah.
What do you think about an encore?
I'd love to. I can hear the roar of the crowd as we speak.
They're roaring. I can hear them. Play us out one more.
Sure. I'd love to. Thank you. Thank you for that. Let's see. Someone wanted to hear The World Ain't Slowing Down. Let's do that. Why not? We'll give the people what they want. Damn it. Let's see. Where are we here? It's nice to take Lucy here for a ride. If you didn't know it, PASSIM raised $125,000 for musicians in need during the pandemic, and which is extraordinary. And tonight they're just taking care of themselves, which they need to do. So thank you guys for your help, and thanks for being here tonight. Appreciate it. I found you sitting on a suitcase, crying. Beneath my feet I feel the rumble of a subway train, and I laugh out loud because it's the one thing I hadn't been trying. The train came in breathless, you looked at me restless, said, baby, you'll never change. You gotta get going, gotta get going. And the world ain't slowing down for no one. It's a carnival calling out to you. Sounds like a song, hits you like scripture. You paint the picture with color squeezed from your hand. Weren't you the kid who just climbed on the merry-go-round? The world ain't slowing down. Hey, hey. Out on the sidewalk, pigeons do the moonwalk. Me, I'm dancing like Fred Astaire. Oh, the lampposts are rocking, old town's talking like a fool in a barber's chair. And I get the sensation, joy and frustration, like being caught by a tropical rain. Freedom can numb you when there's no place to run to. It feels just like Novocaine. On, you gotta get going. The world ain't slowing carnival calling out to you. Oh, to you it sounds like a song, hits you like scripture. You paint the picture with color, squeeze from your hand. Weren't you the kid that just climbed on the merry-go-round? The world ain't slowing down. Hey, hey. You packed up all your handbags, throwing off the sandbags. I look out, you step free. I didn't want to lose you. You said you didn't choose to. It's just how your karma came. But thanks for the vision, the 2020 wisdom. You hit me like a southbound train. Gotta get going, gotta get going. Yeah, the world ain't slowing down for no one. It's a carnival calling out to you. Sounds like a song, hits you like scripture. You paint the picture with color squeezed from your hand. Weren't you the kid who just climbed on the merry-go-round? The world ain't slowing down. Ain't slowing down. Keep spinning around. Let's keep on taking care of each other, everybody. We still got another year of trouble ahead of us. Thank you for taking care of me tonight in Club Passim. It's a big new world. All right, guys. Thanks so much, Matt. Thank you, everybody, tonight. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you, Ellis. Great to see you. Ellis is going to be back for our PASSIM Persists Festival at the last week of the month. He's going to be on the closing night of that on the 30th of June in the round with a bunch of great folks. We can't announce them all yet, but we're excited to have him back. And make sure you do visit passim.org/stream to make a donation to this show. And also make sure you visit passim.org/support for the PASSIM Persists Fund Drive. Thank you, Paul. It feels so good to see you.
You too, Matt.
Like it's thinking about New Year's. It's just like, come hell or high water, I'm gonna be in that room.
Yeah.
Damn
it might
it.
just be you and I. Even if it's that's all we can do, that's all we'll do. We'll do it.
You and me and a bottle of Whistle Pig, and we'll stream to the world and let the world in that window.
Well, let's plan on it.
Absolutely,
Regardless.
absolutely.
All
I'm
right,
in.
We'll ring it in together. I would
Great,
love that.
great. Thanks to you. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. There've been so many tuned in tonight, so thank you all. I know a lot of you are regular Ellis Paul fans who've been around since day one, and we're thrilled to have you all here. We'll be here live tomorrow night at 7 p.m. with Don White for a Father's Day show, so come on back for that. And happy Father's Day to Ellis Paul. And
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You bet. You bet.
All right, good luck here. We'll
Thanks
talk soon.
everyone. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you soon.
See you guys. Thanks so much.